Yo, what is going on, guys? Orbid here, back at it again with another video. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to get no edit delay on Fortnite. So real quick before the video starts, if you want to support me, make sure to come into the item shop and use my supporter creator code Orbid, and if you could leave a like on the video, I'd appreciate it. And let's get right into the video. So now that we're in creative, I'm going to be explaining to you guys what edit delay is, how to get rid of it, and why you want to get rid of it. So first up, edit delay is how long it takes for your edits to confirm and how long it takes for your button clicks to register. And this can be on controller or mouse and keyboard. So I'm going to show you guys what it looks like to edit with a lot of edit delay, and then I'm going to show you guys what it looks like to edit with none. Alright, so I'm not the fastest editor, but as you can see on the second one, with all these tricks enabled, you can see that my edits were going through a lot more, and I was being much more consistent with my edits, which is really what you want at the end of the day. So yeah, let's get straight into how to do it. So the very first trick is in your settings. You go all the way down to the bottom here, and this is if you're on PC, so console players, wait, I'm gonna have some tricks for you guys, but mainly all these tricks are for PC. So as you can see, you have all these options, DirectX 11, DirectX 12, and performance mode. So you're going to want to go over here and put it on performance mode. It's going to make your builds look weird like this, as you can see, but you get so much less input delay, and I really think it's really worth it. So I'd recommend trying it out at least, and seeing what your input delay and FPS is like, because it makes everything more stable, and I really think it's a good setting. The next one's also going to be in your controller settings, so you're going to want to go all the way down to the bottom here, and as you can see, you have your dead zones. You're going to want to have them pretty low. This is what the average one that they're saying is what it's supposed to be, but make sure they're lower. I use 13 and 15, but in the past I've actually used 5.5, which is the lowest it'll go. But with 5.5, it's you can get stick drift. As you can see, everything's much more quicker and more responsive, but you can get stick drift over time. Make sure it's low, make sure it's underneath that 15 mark. I'd say 15 is probably about as high as you want it. The next thing you're going to want to look at is actually what skin and pickaxe you're wearing. Not as much the skin, but the pickaxe at least. So some pickaxes have more of a delay when you pull them out. That's why a lot of pros use normal pickaxes and pretty simple ones. That's why, the Star Wand is very, very popular, because a lot of pros say that they have less input delay when they use it. Make sure you're not using any really bulky pickaxes. I'd stay away from the dual wield ones, like the Hulk smashers and stuff like that. So yeah, just be careful and test around and see which one feels best for you, and then use that pickaxe. Now the next trick is actually outside of Fortnite. It has to do with your internet and Ethernet, to be exact. So Ethernet is a direct wiring to your router or to your internet source. Most people play on Wi-Fi, and it's actually really bad for your connection, and you're probably lagging because of it and getting more edit delay because of that. As you can see, I have around 20 ping. That's because I'm recording. I sometimes get as low as 10 ping, and I actually live in Florida, which is notorious for having bad ping. I've got 14 ping right now, which is really, really good. So what you want to do for that is you want to get an Ethernet cable. You can easily research them, and they're extremely cheap online, and you just have to connect it to your router and then plug it into the back of your console or PC. I've been using one ever since season 4 of last chapter, so over 2 years now. While I was on PS4, I still used one, which it really helped. I used to play 60-70 ping, and once I started using an Ethernet cable, I cut that in half. And if you can't actually get an Ethernet cable to your room where you play or whatever, and it can't connect to your router, you want to get something called a power line adapter. I might link one down in the description if I can find one, but just look up power line adapter, and pretty much you plug it into the wall by your router, plug the Ethernet cable into your router, and then put it into the power line adapter, and it actually travels through your house. And it comes with 2 parts, so you plug the other part into an outlet in the room you want to play in, and you'll actually still get that Ethernet signal through the walls of your house. So that's a pretty convenient system, but it will cost you a decent amount of money, but really it's a good investment if you want to take your gaming to the next level. The next tip is another one in your settings, so come over to your controller options, and you're going to want to come down where it says controller platform and change this to generic. I used to use the PlayStation 4 one, even though I use an Xbox controller, and it gives me so much more delay, and it just feels really weird. For some reason, this shouldn't even make a difference, but it does. It feels like this gives me a certain sort of delay when I use this, so when I go back to generic, it does really feel good. So switch over to generic, and it'll give you way less input delay, and really just try it out. Alright, for the next tip, you're going to want to come into your game options, the second tab over, and then scroll all the way to the bottom where it says replays. So this one's optional, but recording replays pretty much means that you're, recording your entire game. It's like you're recording, and it's going to add a bunch of input delay. So if you want to turn this off, you can, but I like to keep mine on for, cinematics and to check, who killed me and what was happening in my game. But if you turn these off, it will give you a major performance increase, and it'll give you less input delay. That's about all I have for this video. If you guys want to support me, make sure to subscribe with notifications on and like the video, as well as using my code in the item shop, orbid for all purchases. I don't have too many supporters, but if you guys could use that code, I'd appreciate it so much. So I'll see you guys on the next one. This is Orbid, signing off.